Thanks for staying with us right now, 6:15, as we break down Governor Kay Ivey's new Safer at Home order. Again, it goes into effect tomorrow at 5 p.m. And we're talking more about how this is going to impact you, and especially businesses, as we begin to continue to adjust to this new normal out there.
Joining us by phone now this morning is member of the Shoals Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Mark Reid. Mr. Reid, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It is a privilege to be here.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. You know, we're sifting through the governor's new Safer at Home order. When you heard her announcement yesterday, what kind of jumped out at you the most, and were you surprised with any of these changes?
The retail, it was pretty much predictable what everybody thought, that she was going to cut the people going in the stores about half. The restaurants and the hairdressers, I think they're a little disappointed, but I think they understand safety better than being a little bit too aggressive. Everybody seems to be okay with it, but everybody in our area wants to go back to work. We're ready, but I think everybody's willing to be patient with it, just for the safe front.
So what do you do for those who are disappointed about their stores and shops not being able to open? What do you tell them?
If, you know, a lot of the restaurants, I eat out about 600 times a year. I'm not a cook. And, they're doing curbside because I think they're going to see a new norm. They're learning it. And just hang on for 2 more weeks. You've hung on this long. And I think they're okay. It's just, they're just waiting for 2 more weeks. And that's all, that's their attitude. We have a really good attitude here. We got a lot of resistance here in the Shoals. I don't know if you know, we got one of the lowest death rate and one of the lowest case rate in the state with the per capita thing. So we followed the rules pretty good here, and that's the reason we're in decent shape.
Mark, I'm glad you said we follow the rules here, because I think that's an important point when it comes to enforcement of something like this, especially people going to stores, maintaining social distancing, that kind of thing. What do you do? We've asked Chairman Strong here in Madison County, what do you do about that? Self-enforcement, really. Self-policing. What do you do out there?
It is, we have, the Alabamians, especially Colbert and Lauderdale County, we have such high character. And I think everybody pretty well polices themselves and helps the other people. I know I'm a small business owner, and I build houses, and I don't let, I keep that distance in all my houses when people are working. And it's pretty much a self thing, and, we just have high integrity here in Alabama and in the Shoals. And I think that's when we have, one of the better rates in Alabama, and, and we're surviving it really well.
Okay, one quick question too before we let you go, Mr. Reid. You mentioned that you are a small business owner, you're a home builder. What's the market like right now for those in the home building industry?
It really has been really good. One of the things I'm pleased with, everything happens for a reason, I believe that. And I have several subdivisions. I have one that's like 14 years old, and I've built every house in there and know everybody. And I'm actually finishing the last house, and I sold more families out together than ever in 14 years. And that was really, a beautiful thing to see, families out playing together where you never saw them. They were inside always or working themselves or whatever. But that really was a joy to see that. But the home build, the housing industry, it's looking okay. We're all going to go through economic shakedown for, for a curve, and I believe we're going to come back stronger than ever. And, everybody's very, optimistic about it, and just wait to crank the tractor and get going again. And,
all right. Mark Reid, member of the Shoals Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for your time this morning.
It was a privilege. Thank you.
Our honor and privilege as well, sir. Thank you. 6:19 right now.
In the Waverly 1 Storm Tracker Weather Center.